proud.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Speaking
of good,
have you talked to Sean Mooney with Conrad in your modern era days, Tony? I know he does some stuff sometimes.
I don't. Have we talked? Do we?
We have not had him on. We've had him, at some of our shows and stuff, but we've never actually done a show with him. But maybe we can. And Tony, we've got a little surprise for you because you actually made a special request, and our crack producer, Mr. Dave Silva, has actually found it. Believe it or not, once upon a time, you actually did a full interview with Kurt Fuller, who played Brell, the heel from the movie No Holds Barred, because this is a No Holds Barred summer here in 1989. The movie came out, I believe, in June, and now here we are in August. So the movie is still in a handful of theaters, and you did a full-blown interview with Kurt Fuller at the premiere of No Holds Barred, and we've got that here.
Of course, a No Holds Barred summer precedes a No Holds Barred Christmas, right, Conrad?
Lord, I love that you know all of our stuff here, Brian. So listen, you wanted to see it. We've got it for you queued up here. We're going to take a little time out. So this is not on the Peacock show. We're just going to do a little pivot. Here's Tony Schiavone talking with Kurt Fuller in full character to promote the movie No Holds Barred.
No Holds Barred, starring Hulk Hogan, continues to set box office records around the world. Let's talk to some of the fans and get their impression of Hulk Hogan in No Holds Barred.
It's just a fantastic show. It was just non-stop action from the moment I sat down.
Zeus is huge. I didn't think he was going to be that big.
Oh, it's tremendous. What a fight scene. It was the best. I wouldn't miss it. Go see it. It's great.
It's fantastic. Hulk is the best. Zeus, forget about it. He's history.
The Hulkster took care of Zeus. Everybody out there, go see it. You're going to love this movie. It's going to be the best movie of the summer.
It was great. I loved it.
Get out of my way. Mr. Brill, please get out of my way. Thank you. Well, give us your impressions of the movie. All right, my impressions of the movie? First of all, this is not a movie. It is a conspiracy. It was agreed that Hulk Hogan would lose the match. What do I find when I come in? He wins. My man, Zeus, it was contractually agreed that Zeus would become the winner in I'm so upset I can hardly formulate my thoughts. Zeus was the winner, Hulk was the loser. And what do I find? Hulk's the winner and Zeus is the loser. Why are you staring at me? Well, I think fans all over the world love this movie from what we've seen so far. What have you seen so far is a travesty and a conspiracy against my elements by the puppets of Hulk Hogan and whoever is behind him. Well, certainly what we've heard here tonight, that everyone certainly loves No Holds Barred. I hate it. Zeus is the winner, Hulk is the loser. That I love. I hate Hulk winning. Zeus wins. Well, certainly one man's opinion. You're an idiot. On the movie, No Holds Barred. So that's it, fans around the world thrilled about No Holds Barred starring Hulk Hogan, a box office smash.
So, Tony, take us through that. What was that? What do you remember of that movie premiere and that little segment with Kurt Fuller?
They were all everybody we interviewed there, and everybody at the premiere at that State Theater, which was in Connecticut, members of either the family or office staff or production staff. They were all. So the kids that we talked to, either mom or dad worked for the WWE, or there was Tommy Carlucci with the beard. He was like one of our producers. The first guy you saw was, I think his name was Doug. I think he was one of the financial guys. And I remember when
Doug Sages.
Yeah. Good call. I remember when Kurt Fuller walked out, we didn't rehearse anything. They just said, he's going to walk out in character and you just interview him. And so we did. But I remember thinking, he died in the movie.
And he did give a spoiler in the promo where
right.
wins. It was contractually obligated.
Yeah. Oh, here's Mr. Brill, who died in the movie, but here he's back with us. It's like
a little silly.
It's wrestling, right? So
reincarnated as the producer of Wayne's World too, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he sure was. He sure was. Absolutely.
Well, let's get to our main event. The real reason we're here. We're going to go to 2 hours, 15 minutes and 48 seconds. That's 2 hours, 15 minutes and 48 seconds. It's time for our main event. It's Hulk Hogan teaming with his pal Brutus, the freaking Barber Beefcake, against Randy the Macho Man Savage and Zeus with Scary Sherry in their corner. It's 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 48 seconds. Bryce, you've been on a roll. You want to count us in one last time?
Okay, one last time. Here we go, Tony. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
There we go.
Fans still on their feet here for the Hulkster. Look at that. They've got a game plan. You can't tell me Hulk Hogan and British the Boulder Beefcake in the most talked about event of the entire summer do not have a plan.
Tony, talk to us
They're
about
gonna
Zeus. I absolutely love this character and this storyline, the idea that it was a movie and then it was a match. I wish there would have been a Zeus character or a Zeus action figure released in the era. It was a big part of my fandom. I can look back now and say, boy, that was a big risk. I don't know that I would have done that, but they did.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it as a kid. Did you spend any time with Tony Tiny Lister?
Oh, yeah.
How was he?
Quality guy. I just was willing to do whatever it took to make this work. He realized this was, and of course, he was in movies, and I guess even got some movies after this.
Friday was a huge hit for him.
Yeah, and he was in the Batman movie, the one with the Joker, wasn't he?
Let's track it here for Howard Finkel.
I've just been informed by the WWF champion that I should now introduce to you the First Lady of the World Wrestling Federation.
Listen to this!
Elizabeth!
She's not scared, Jesse! And you thought she was scared. You thought they didn't want to bring her in. Here she comes in all her glory. Miss Elizabeth, and listen to the fans.
Tony, talk to me about this. As an adult, I can't wrap my head around it. As a kid, I was excited that Elizabeth was there too. But now as an adult, I'm wondering, why was I so excited that Elizabeth was there? What was it about Miss Elizabeth that made her so special and connected her with the audience? Because that was a big pop. I mean, she's coming in last on this pay-per-view. I don't know. It's just, I can't wrap my head around or put my finger on why was she so popular?
Positioning. And I say that because we put a lot of time and effort into her. I remember one of my few live interviews that I did on, it was probably on Challenge, was Miss Elizabeth live in the arena. And that interview was a completely scripted interview that I did with her, rehearsed it with her in the back. And, Vince loved her, the way she looked, the way she presented herself. And we positioned her as a viable part of what was going on, and the fans bought it. I think her beauty had something to do with it too.
Sure. It's a sign of the times, but there were so few women, right? There was only Elizabeth and Sherry. So it's just by that math, just so much more special. The female population of the roster is, 5% or 10% or whatever, not even 5%. So, but now it's just commonplace. And that's how far we've come, I suppose, with equality. But in that era, it was so special. So I remember I never had seen women's wrestling when I started. And then when like Alundra Blaze and Bull Nakano came around, I was like, it just felt like this completely exciting new prospect. Cause when I started, there wasn't women's wrestling on TV.